got to see if I can fire up the Instagram feed as well too. It's got to catch it. I got to start it.
I remember that. Yeah.
Still haven't worked out that kink yet.
I know, right? You'd think it'd be so simple, but
to connect 5 live streaming platforms all at once.
Well, there'd be a way, I should say.
But honestly, yes. In a world where there's artificial intelligence,
so much tech, right?
Robots and self-driving cars, you think I could go on TikTok and Instagram at the same time?
You would think so.
With only a few short buttons.
Yeah.
So. All right, everybody. Hey, I'm Nick Slavik. I am the proprietor of the Nick Slavik Painting and Restoration Company. Also the host of this show, Ask a Painter Live. It is a weekly live show where we talk about the life of a master craftsperson and a paint business entrepreneur. You guys will have to give me a sound check here. I'm seeing some familiar faces on Instagram and otherwise. We connected my laptop through my phone, through auxiliary mics, and we also have the car going that's connected to some of this stuff. So let me know if you guys can hear me. Oh, I see some Jake Lee. I see the old salute, buddy. You hear us okay? See us okay on Instagram? I know I'm going widescreen format here, and Instagram doesn't like that as much as other stuff. So, all right. Well, either way, we are, we look good. Oh, my buddy from Swoosh, a fellow retreater who's been to a retreat before. Appreciate that. Okay, so Jack, what are we doing right now?
We are on our way to Nisswa, headed up for the winter retreat.
Well, you're not supposed to tell them the location. It's secret.
I meant
just kidding.
Wisconsin.
Just kidding. Everybody knows where this place is. Yeah. No, we're headed up north to the retreat. Got up, standard morning routine for me. Went to the office. Did our morning routine there. Got the team kicked off. Everything good. And then came back home, did a little fitness, finished packing all the stuff, and now we are off. And we got a couple stops. Traditionally, people start coming in 24 hours previous. So the Kuipers are here. The Mooses, Christian Manhart and his wife, are en route somehow, some way. I think they had a flight change delay. Let's see. We got Chris Moore, actually a good guy. He is with the Kuipers right now. Who else do we have? You and me, and I think that's all. But we have a tradition of coming up with some early people, getting some tasks done. So we left home. We got everything loaded in the back of my van here. We are going to lunch first. We're going to meet about 2/3 of the way, 80% of the way up there. They have a Costco and a whole bunch of good restaurants up here. So we're going to have some lunch all together, do a little bonding, and then we are going to go do my Costco run. We need tons of snacks. We need tons of protein. We need tons of drinks for everybody. Our private chef is taking care of everything else, all the main meals. I'm just getting all the ancillary stuff because this retreat is pretty famous for its fully stocked bar, concierge level treatment, and amazing amount of snacks, problematic amount of snacks up there for people. But we want people to be comfortable. We want people to be happy. And it is a unique experience. So after that, we will go to the retreat. We will get set up mid-afternoon. I will be doing my concierge sort of stuff. I'll be helping people to their rooms based on room assignments. I'll be making sure everybody's set. We'll have drinks. We'll have snacks. Eventually, we will all kind of rally around the private chef. We will have a great dinner together. It's been a while since I looked at the menu. I don't even know what's on the menu. Jack, you remember?
I don't think. I think you're the only one that knows. Right?
Yeah, it might be. So, we'll have a dinner together, and then we start our opening night sessions. So, number one, I lead the introductions of everybody. We kind of go around, give some pertinent information. We will then, I lay the groundwork for the culture of this, set some expectations. Go through some history of it to let people know what they're involved with, and then we will start 2 asks from tried and true veterans tonight. I always try to build. There's going to be about 17 hours of asks where somebody gets an hour to use this group as a think tank for deep sparring and for other things to solve some problems in their own life, professional, personal, otherwise. And I take a lot of time in curating the humans who come here. It takes about 6 months to pick the right mix. And then it takes a couple weeks. Once I speak with people, once I figure out what's going on in their lives, I actually try to create a narrative arc through all the asks at these things too. So we want to kick it off with two. A non-negotiable for me is kicking it off with two veterans who absolutely know what they're doing, who get what we're here about, that are raving fans of the retreat, that are banner wavers for the culture that we've created here. And they set the tone for the entire thing. And one of my guilty pleasures is after that first night, seeing a bunch of very white faces of the rookies in the crowd, because they came very well prepared for their asks and they cross it off and start over the next day based on that. And it's a necessary thing. It's not because they did anything wrong. It's just because they needed some added context that they can only get in person. So that's what I'm going to be doing with them. It's going to be absolutely awesome tonight. Typically 2 to 3 people each retreat pull me aside and ask for some mentoring on their ask, and I'm always happy to do that. What's really interesting too is that a lot of people have some things answered for them in the first day or two. If they don't present, if they don't ask until the final day or the final evening, sometimes things have been just and get something else that they wanted. So yeah, that'll be nice. General idea for the retreat. God, I think this has been like 5 years of this now. We do 2 a year. Jack was asking me about how many retreats now, which is cool. We do one in the winter, one in the summer. And general idea is Tuesday night, we all gather at this luxury lodge that spans a road. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings in this, the main lodge and some ancillary ones. First night we gather, we have a great private chef meal. We do intros, we do 2 asks, tons of social time after that. The next day, there is a sauna that delivered, a big sauna trailer. We cut a hole in the lake for a cold plunge. We get a luxury ice fishing house delivered right out in front. I mean, we're talking like beds, chairs, TVs, underwater radars, underwater cameras, all bait and everything there is ready. It's heated. We got TVs, all this other good stuff. And I can give people a pretty good unique experience. We start the morning with some mindfulness and some yoga, very light yoga. This isn't strenuous kind of stuff. Feedback from years past is we used to do some pretty heavy body movements. People were not as excited about that. We go pretty hard at night and stay up pretty late. And a lot of times the people are like, hey, how about some mindfulness? And so we do a lot of mindfulness. So Jake is asking what kind of fish. Pike is normally what I go after and what we go after, but there'll be some sunfish and some crappies and some things up there, but Great Lake up there for all those who have been up there. So we start the morning, let's call it give or take 8 o'clock with some mindfulness and yoga. And one of the cool things is we've had Jen from Niswa Yoga be at, I don't know, like 8 of our 10, and she customized to us. And when we do the winter one, we actually go out onto the frozen lake for our second day. And we actually do frozen lake mindfulness out there, which is pretty amazing, pretty stark. You're standing on a frozen body of water. You can hear the ice quaking beneath you. It's just absolutely awesome. We then have a private chef breakfast. We then take a very short break to everybody get it ready, and then we start on our sessions. The mornings are the big ask sessions. We typically have 4 to 5. We have a private chef lunch. We have an ask right after lunch, and then we have from about 1 to 5. We have social time where you can go in the sauna, you can go in the hot tub, you can go ice fishing, you can polar plunge, you can just sit around and talk with people. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff. Oh, snowmobiles. We have freaking snowmobiles getting dropped off tonight. So there'll be awesome snowmobiles. We can tool around on a frozen lake. It'll be awesome. And then basically it kind of just goes on like that for 2 days. On Wednesday is asks in the morning, social in the afternoon. Then we private chef dinner, asks in the evening. I see your question about the PCA flow painting. I'll get to that in a second here. And then Wednesday and Thursday, the same format follows those days. And on Friday morning, there is no agenda, but there is a private chef breakfast. So people can sleep in, they can hang out. Eventually, everybody gathers in the main lodge. We're having coffee. I lead a series of takeaways for the week, constant learning. I want brutal feedback for me on how to make this better. We all commiserate. We hand out merch to each other. A lot of times we do a book exchange. People will bring books and we'll exchange books. There's a lot of people that do fitness as well, morning or afternoon. At times there's been long distance runners, there's been weightlifters, and they kind of gather up groups of people to do group fitness, things like that, which is really cool. Flow painting from Instagram. Tell us a bit about why the PCA would be beneficial. So lucky for you, I was asked to write my farewell letter as a board member of the PCA. And I started off, actually, that's a lie. I didn't start it off with this. I wrote this 1-page love letter to all the humans in our industry and to the PCA. And the third paragraph in, I started with a line that said, when people ask me why join the PCA, I am legitimately bewildered. I am too close to it. I bleed PCA. PCA has changed my life. I'm a better human. I'm a better father, husband, master craftsperson, business owner. The people of the PCA have been there for me when I've needed them the most. They're the only people that could have helped me. The education resources are the best in the industry. They offer health insurance, things like that. The events are singular. There's nobody else that does events like this. The PCA is a lighthouse for like-minded people who actually want to run a professional business, whether it's a lifestyle business where it's one person and you want to maximize revenue, time with your family, enjoyment, or you want to grow a multi-state $100 million business. It's all there for you. And the people are all the same. They're all helpful. The third paragraph of that started with, I am truly bewildered, like biologically bewildered why people ask that question. But I do also understand that people haven't had the years in the PCA as I have. That, by the request of another board member, I had the one board member review this letter. That person said, you need to move that entire paragraph and the things I just described to the first paragraph. And I did that. And so legitimately, I can tell you this, all those things are there for you in the PCA. There are so many things in the PCA that you can't get anywhere else. It all starts with the humans and their willingness to help. And we often have, I was actually talking to you, Jack, about this the other day, that we have this false narrative in our minds that history was written by single-minded, single-acting geniuses and conquerors. And that is so false. Like, we often know some of the famous people who changed the world. They didn't do it alone. It's ridiculous. And sometimes we have this false narrative in our head that any problem we encounter, we're the first person to ever encounter it. And this was me, legitimately. And that is absolutely not true. And trying to go at it alone, I used to take a lot of pride in. Now I realize that's one of the most foolish things you can ever do. The smartest, most legitimately genius humans that I look up to and try to emulate are ones who first seek guidance outside of themselves, which is an amazing thing. So that's what the PCA is there for you. The PCA has done all the hard work of building a lighthouse on a rock, shining their light out, and anybody who recognizes what that light is drawn like a moth to the flame. And they have done all the hard work of gathering all the greatest humans in our industry together. And they can get those humans to contribute to education. They can get those humans to come to live events where you can do things like this. And they can get those humans to help you when you need it the most. So again, there's a lot of times people look at the PCA, which is a 140-year-old nonprofit, and they'll say, well, if I give you my $500 in membership, what do I get for it? And I'll say, if you have to ask that, you're not thinking big enough. If you just want $800 worth of resources back, discounts on things and other things, fine, it's all there. And if that's your only play, you're missing the entire purpose of this 140-year-old nonprofit that serves our industry. So that's my advice to you. What is the benefit of the PCA? Arguably, you should go to an event, you should meet the people there, and then try to figure out how the hell you would have done what these people did on your own. That is my advice to you. There's a lot of people watching here. There's a lot of people watching here who have been shoulder to shoulder with me in the PCA, and I appreciate the hell out of you guys. Also, there's a guy named TC Giesen who's watching on Instagram.
Doesn't he have an estimate to be on?
Yeah, Jack is our company coordinator here, and I actually gave him a scholarship to come to the retreat with me this time. But he's the one who schedules our estimators. Our beloved Tom is an estimator, and Tom's watching Instagram Live. It probably should be creating an estimate somewhere.
Yeah,
but,
isn't there an 11 o'clock?
Yeah. No, appreciate you, Tom. You're doing the Lord's work, and Tom's going to have an amazing year this year. We set him up for some great success, and Tom is setting himself up for success, all with the help of the PCA. In fact, we are entering into. I met one of the most interesting humans ever at a PCA event this fall. I reached out to them. I was so blown away by their education. This doesn't happen all the time. Like, I'm very impressed by the education out there, but a lot of the stuff at my level of progression that I'm trying to go for, you really got to get specific on stuff. And I saw a guy who gave one of the most beautiful pieces of education I've ever seen. And so I reached out to him. He's actually an employee of a company, of a PCA member, and I asked him if he would privately mentor our sales team. And he's going to do it, and I can't wait. But that would not have been possible without the PCA. So it's an amazing thing there. It's an amazing thing. Oh, Tom, Estimator Tom, already done, guys. Too easy. Love it. Well, all right. We'll be looking into that one and see if you sell it, Tom. Put your money where your mouth is.
That's
so,
right.
God, love our freaking team, man. It's so awesome. Yeah, let's see. Flow Painting. Awesome. Thank you. I might be joining and going to the Orlando one. Dude, you better do it now. And if you fall on your knees and beg, you might still be able to get preferential pricing. I can't guarantee it, but I have a link to register in this show. I also have a link to scholarships. I can't guarantee you the scholarships aren't full and given away, but the link is there. And Flow Painting, I will tell you this personally. How about this? You join the PCA, you come to the expo, you personally come up and introduce yourself if we haven't met already, and you tell me that we talked on this live, and I will give you not only the red carpet treatment, but private invite to my presidential suite for the chairman's happy hour. That I do a private invite event at all these events. Also, I will connect you with any resource you need in the PCA. I will introduce you to the ops team, to the board of directors. If you'll make that commitment, be a member and come to the expo, you come find me, and that's what I'll give to you. So I'm looking forward to that. Now, on to the good stuff. Jack, what the hell are you doing here?
What am I doing here? My biggest part is...
I'm talking about life in general.
Oh, life in general?
No, just this. What are you in the car with me for?
My biggest purpose in this, learning, growing, educating myself, specifically because I will be the youngest one here.
By far.
Yes.
By far.
Yes.
Yeah, so my oldest kid is 4 years younger than you, 3 years younger than you.
I'm 19.
Aurelia said, oh shit, my oldest kid is 2 years younger than Jack.
Yeah.
Jack is, we have formally made a blood oath to each other that Jack is going to be my protege. He's going to be my apprentice in entrepreneurship, and we are going to do a bunch of stuff together. I met Jack in high school. I showed him my painting company. I showed him Ask a Painter, and I showed him my real estate holdings company, and his eyes lit up. And I knew that he was very much like me. And so one of my goals, many goals in life, is to connect with the youths and to make sure that I offer to young people who might have my personality type a thing that I was not offered, which was we just actually talked about this a couple minutes ago, which is there's many things. If you have a high D personality and you're a crazy entrepreneur, you look around the world and a lot of things don't make sense. Start with politics. Start with how communities are run. Start with how other people run their businesses. Start with the decisions that people make. And when you have an entrepreneurial mind, all you're doing is trying to find the flaws and fix them. Trying to find something to make it a win-win for everybody, to create opportunity where something is not. And so what I want to do, one of my goals, and I've been doing very well at this, connecting with the youths in middle school and high school and to try to find, and college, that's right. Jack gave me my first college speaking gig ever. Wasn't paid. But
it's coming.
We'll get him. So I look forward to a adjunct professorship at a college before you guys leave. So, but I want to give people the perspective that I didn't have, which is maybe 6 or 7.
Okay, stop.
Maybe 6 or 7% of the entire population has a personality type to create something from nothing and be an entrepreneur. And I was riddled with angst as a youngster because I did not know that existed. So everything pissed me off. My parents pissed me off. The school pissed me off. Jobs pissed me off. It's like, why can't I just do this? I just want to be an adult. I want to have a credit card. I want to have some money. I want to have a vehicle, and I want to just do things my own way. And then I joined the Army, which is like the exact opposite of that. But it taught me a lot of things. So a long way around to saying, I want to give I want to reach down and find the next Nick or Jack and say, calm the F down, right? You're going to do just fine. You're an entrepreneur. Right now, life is not set up for you to do well. You don't have any life experience. You don't have any money. You don't have any wherewithal. You don't have any discernible skills outside of grit. But hold tight.
And we've had this conversation plenty of times.
I've said those words a million times to you. And your 20s is the time where you gain all those things. And like we talk about the PCA, I did all this alone. That was stupid. What I want to do, and I've been inspired by other entrepreneurs, seasoned entrepreneurs that reach down and find the young entrepreneur and say, dude, I'm going to give you the opportunity of a lifestyle. We're going to do some things together. You're going to go through a series of trials. But in the end, I'm going to give you opportunities that you can't find anywhere else. And that's my promise to Jack. That's my promise to other people like this. So let's pause there. And Instagram, oh my Lord, we got people commenting on Instagram. Let's see. Oh man, here we go. All right, Tom guaranteed us that he sold that estimate. We're going back to that comment. Flow painting, awesome, thank you. I might be joining and going to the Orlando one. Absolutely, I made you a deal. Jake Lee, 47. Do people have to be licensed contractors to join the PCA? Jack, are we licensed contractors?
Oh, God.
Do you know the answer to this?
I actually don't. I would
We
assume
are
so.
unlicensed contractors because there is no licensing in the state of Minnesota for painting contractors. So no, you do not have to be licensed to be a member of the PCA. In fact, you don't even need to be a painting contractor. Your membership dues go towards supporting a 140-plus-year-old nonprofit that creates education, creates the standards, and creates events for people like us. So if you are a painting contractor and you live in a state like California where they require you to be licensed, I would say in the true ethics of the PCA, you should damn well be licensed, because otherwise you are an illegal contractor for that municipality. You move over to Nevada, maybe not so much, but that's how it works. So, okay. Do you have to be a licensed contractor? No. Outlaw Precision Painting. Wow, that's an awesome deal. Outlaw. Better take advantage of that, Flow Painting. Flow Painting. Nacho from Flow Painting. Nacho, I'm your man, dude. When I took Spanish in high school, I was given the name Nacho because you have to take a name. You took Spanish or German, right?
Spanish, yeah.
Your last name's German.
Yep.
German, but you took Spanish.
Yep.
What was your Spanish name in high school? You didn't have to take on a Spanish name?
I don't think so. No.
My daughter's in German, and she had to take on a German name. She picked the name Regina, which is Regina, and then I don't know what last name that she chose.
Oh, it's first and last.
Evidently it's first and last. Maybe this is just a thing with their friends, but you take on a German name. Her last name translates to roof damage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. I would love to know what that German word is. Aurelia, my daughter, beloved daughter, I'm sure you're watching Ask a Painter live because school is canceled today. Please comment on what roof damage translates to German. But her German name is Regina Roof Damage, which I'm a big fan of.
Interesting.
So, yeah, Outlaw Precision Painting. I will make you the same deal, and I will make the same deal to anybody. You join as a new member, and you come to the expo. You come find me. You get red carpet treatment, and you get presidential suite happy hour with me and all my best friends, and you'll meet the coolest people in the industry. Micah Stelter, CEO of Paris Painting. Couldn't be more inspired by you and what you guys are doing. Thanks for watching. It is the second day of the year. I feel like you should not be watching Instagram Live. You should be working. You have one of the most impressive painting companies in the United States, and there's probably work to do. So I appreciate the hell out of you. Flow Painting, shout out Jack, start 'em young. Flow Painting, Outlaw Precision, are you guys members? Outlaw Precision Painting, I was in need to renew. Uh-oh, somebody lapsed. I'm going to get you, man. Hey, listen, I can't guarantee you there's membership discounts. I don't think there's one going on right now. But if you are a member, you save a bunch of money on Expo as well, too. So I would definitely do that, guys. The benefits in education are worth it. Couldn't agree more. Man, I appreciate you guys watching. Daniela Eugenio Matos Santos, bom dia from Brazil. Appreciate you guys watching. I haven't been to Brazil in a couple of years. It'd be nice to go back. I got word that they're doing another, I forget the word, De Corte, King of the Cut. They're doing another Best Painter in Brazil contest. I think it's ending in June. So fingers crossed I can talk them into having me come over as a host and judge again for that one, where they gave a car away to a painter. And he fell down in tears and was carried off the stage by his peers. which is pretty cool. Saludos. Yes, to you too, my friend. All right. So we're headed up to the retreat. We're going to have lunch with a bunch of awesome people, Costco run, settle into the retreat, receive everybody, and then I lock into concierge level stuff. I have been working on my ask for 4 months. I consolidated down into one 8-inch notebook paper. And I'm testing a new form of ask out where I don't talk as much as I want to. So,
what did it start with? How much did you have written down to start?
No, so what's interesting is that my ask isn't a separate thing.
Okay.
I have somewhere between 4 and 6 coaching, mentoring, accountability meetings a week. My ask gets worked on for somewhere between 4 and 6 hours a week all year long. By the time I put pen to paper with my ask, it takes me 3 minutes.
That's where the value really sits, though.
I've been working on it forever. Yeah, right. These are things that I've been bouncing around in my head. I have, I think, 4 different documents that I use for all my coaching, mentoring, accountability things. All those things are condensation. And when I make my asks, I pick from my things and I say, this is my ask. And hopefully my ask will then move that forward. I had a really good ask last time. I typically close out the retreat, and we did it around the campfire last time. It was one where Jason Paris and I typically close out the retreat, and the last time I was like, Jason, you know what? I wonder if people are getting sick of us. This is old low self-esteem Nick talking here. I wonder if people are getting sick of us because we've been at every one, and I wonder if we have anything new to contribute. And Jason did something which was really mature. He pulled me aside and said, Nick, people have flown all over the country to be here with you. They would also like to see you do this. Like, that is an important thing. Like, if you went to, oh man, who's an influencer you look up to?
You?
Okay, well, if you went to it, no, we need somebody else other than that. Who do you follow on online?
Oh,
Andy Elliott.
Yeah, we can go with him.
Okay, so you go to Andy Elliott's thing, and you're there to do like, a self-assessment exercise with Andy Elliott or a marriage retreat with Andy Elliott and his wife. Wouldn't it be great if he also did it with you or told some information about himself at that time? And, being low self-esteem, Nick, that's not an obvious thing to me, but it is a wise statement by Jason. So Jason and I both did ask. They were both awesome. And my ask was about transitioning from the board chair of the PCA, and it was a really emotional ask. It was really it was substantial. I didn't think it was going to be an emotional ask. It was definitely an emotional ask, and I hadn't realized that it was going to be. So that was kind of a fun thing with all my people around the campfire. I don't know that I even recorded that one. I've recorded every other ask that I've done, and I did not record that one. I should have. That would have been really good. But other than that, my ask is an interesting one, trying a different format where I don't talk much. I have a very quick diagram. I have very little information, and I'm going to let the group pull what they need out of me, because otherwise, just like this, I mean, I'm a loudmouth. I could do this forever. So, Jack, what's your ask going to be about?
So I come from a little bit different perspective. 19, not an entrepreneur yet. In college, studying away, trying to figure life out as all do. My big ask is, really to sum it up, how do I better myself? And that comes in a few different areas. Part of it's school, part of it's friendships, work, trying to build the company with you. I have a few other things, but it's all written down. I got to refresh myself.
Yeah.
But the biggest part is bettering myself.
It's a unique one because typically people have a business under their belt and they have some very clear and present problems. And what's really interesting is that we've never had an ask from somebody who hasn't really started formally with life yet. You're still in college. I mean, you still got half your college to go through.
Yep. And I think the cool part about this one is that, what do you think? Everybody's probably 2 times my age, give or take.
First off, how dare you? We're all still very young. You just happen to be extremely young.
Sorry, that's
teenager.
what I meant.
You're a freaking teenager, Jack.
I'm close to 20.
19 and a half. Yeah, but no, really, this is a unique one because you come from a perspective where you are preparing to launch your fighter ship off of a battleship.
Yep.
And you don't really know where the battleship is sailing right now. You know you need to launch, and all it is blue ocean out in front of you.
Right.
It's literally just opportunity. I've never had anybody at the retreat who literally was just like, everything is uncharted. I can do whatever the hell I want. I'm unburdened. I do not have a spouse, a family, a mortgage. You probably don't even have a car payment, do you?
No, both of mine are paid.
He is the most free and clear human ever. And what I'm going to be very careful to do is to moderate this group so that they don't just lobby a bunch of crazy midlife life experience advice at him. But like, I want some really, really guiding stuff. Like a success, I think for me, when you do this ask, is going to be, hopefully there'll be a half a dozen things that humans say during your ask that stay with you for decades.
Yep. And I think it's going to, even people like you that I feel like know everything in the world are going to take stuff out of this because they can still make changes in life. Now, this isn't specifically business necessarily. Part of it is maybe fitness, for example. How do I better myself in that area? Grow my health, for example. Everybody can take things away from that.
Yeah, it'll be a unique ask.
Yeah.
And it's kind of fun. Like, there's really nothing more exciting for entrepreneurs than when nothing exists and we can have it come into creation.
Yeah.
And we've never done that with another human's life.
Right.
So you're going to get a lot of unsolicited advice. Also, the coolest thing is the only benefit, the benefit to you is not just your 50 minutes of your ask. You're going to sit through 16 others.
Oh, it's going to be so cool.
And then there's all the social time and the evenings and everything else where people have so many follow-up questions about you, what's going on, and all this other stuff. So yeah, it's going to be, I mean, what's really interesting is that the value prop of the retreat is you get 60 minutes to use this group as a world-class think tank. But really what it is you get about 72 hours to use this group as your think tank.
Right.
With, through, and by others. So it's a really cool thing. It is the pinnacle of my professional career. I've never created anything better than this that has more value to more humans deeply. People have made life-changing decisions. The last retreat, we told a guy to get out of the industry for the good of his family and himself. We've told people to sell their business. We've advised people to sell their business. We've advised people not to sell their business. There have been partnerships formed, many partnerships formed. 1, 2, 3. I can't say the retreat caused them, but it was a topic of discussion and it probably contributed to the decision. And so life-changing decisions are made here, and I couldn't be more happy. Certainly life-changing decisions are made by me here. And so it's fun. So what are the big questions you have? What are the unknowns about this entire week, Jack?
Definitely the first night here, gonna learn a lot right off the bat. I'm an in-person, figure it out guy.
But as entrepreneurs are.
Right. But at the same time, questions do I have about it? I don't know if I have questions necessarily. It's going to be, how do people adapt their lifestyle to their specific business or personal life, I guess. You got both sides.
What's really interesting is that there's been an arc through this retreat, and the coolest thing that I've seen is that over 5 years of doing the retreat now, so many people have come so many times and actually solved so many problems in their business. The coolest thing ever emerged this last year, where people literally stood up and say, all the crap that I worried about is kind of done.
Right.
And like we solved it to a workable level. And guess what? All I'm left with myself now. And I've put off fixing myself, working on myself, finding my purpose, finding a meaning in life until now, because there's just so many other tactical things to do. So I know one of the bits of advice that I'm going to give you, if it's not given, I would imagine it's going to be given, is that the arc of this retreat is that you see people over under at 40 figure this shit out.
Yep.
And really start working on themselves. And I'm hoping the group will give you this advice, and I certainly will, that if you can start 50% sooner in your life, you're going to be way better off. Conquering those demons early, knowing yourself, getting balance in life now, because all this workaholic, business bro 10x stuff is such bullshit.
Yes, it is.
Like, a lot of times it's a very convenient, and I've done this too, so this is not me just castigating others fully. I've used work as an excuse instead of fixing the real things about myself. I've used work as a very excuse to not do that, because there's a reward at yeah, there's money at the end of it, and nobody's going to ever say that you're stupid for improving. So, that like have this group of people around you early years before I spoke to another painter.
Right.
You've been in this industry for 2.5 years, and you now know the coolest, smartest people in the industry.
That's the
which
thing.
will, you call up anybody at this retreat, they're going to give you the shirt off their back. But if you ever call them for a job,
right? I know. I'm staying right here. Don't worry.
No, it's awesome. So, all right, everybody. I think we're going to call it. We're not that far away from lunch here. I'm going to do my final prep. Otherwise, I'm just going to be monitoring the airways because as the concierge for this event, I'm going to be helping people if they have any travel snafus or anything else. So if you guys got any questions, you let me know. The next retreat will be announced probably in about 2 months. I'll start taking applications. And then the winter one is stark and beautiful. And there's nothing like the wilderness in northern Minnesota in the winter. Frozen lakes, ice fishing, snowmobiles, pine trees, snow covered. We got tons of beautiful snow. The weather's going to be good. But the summer one is something special. Crystal clear lakes, bathtub warm water, pontoon boats, fire, lodge, a lake right out in front of us, a sandbar that we boat out to and jet ski to, and warm summer nights. Oh, man. Each one is so good. And I would urge you, whatever one you have not experienced, do that. It's going to be really fun. So thanks, everybody, for watching. This is the 499th episode. If me and my marketer Mason can get our ducks in a row, we have a very special announcement for the 500th show ever of Ask a Painter. I got a lot of work to do with Mason over this week to make that happen, but it's been something we've been working on for 6 or 7 months.
Oh my gosh.
6 or 7 months. My kids will get a thrill out of that. So 6 or 7 months now, and I hope to release it there. It's a big project for Ask a Painter. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Put your questions in there. We will get to them. Like, follow, smash that like button, as young Otto, my son, says when he's on this show. And we'll look forward to having an awesome retreat. Follow along for the videos and the pictures. See you guys.